When someone disrespects you, do this. There will come a moment in life when someone disrespects you. They may insult you, dismiss your opinion, mock your efforts, betray your trust, or deliberately try to make you feel small. Your first instinct may be to fight back. You may want to prove yourself, defend your reputation, or make the other person regret what they said. But Stoicism teaches a completely different response. When someone disrespects you, do this. Pause. Do not immediately react. The power of Stoicism is not about becoming emotionless. It is about refusing to become a slave to your emotions. When someone disrespects you, they may be trying to control your emotional state. If one insult can make you angry, one person's opinion can control your peace. And if someone can control your peace, they have already gained power over you. The Stoics understood something extremely important. You cannot control what other people say, but you can control what you do next. When someone disrespects you, remember this distinction. Their words belong to them. Your response belongs to you. Their attitude belongs to them. Your character belongs to you. Their behavior is outside your control. Your reaction is within your control. This is one of the central principles of Stoicism. Imagine someone speaks to you with arrogance. They insult your intelligence in front of other people. They laugh at your mistakes. They question your worth. In that moment, your ego will demand an immediate response. It will tell you, you cannot let this person get away with disrespecting you. But Stoicism asks a better question. Why should this person's behavior decide what kind of person I become? You do not need to become rude because someone else is rude. You do not need to become angry because someone else is angry. You do not need to become cruel because someone else is cruel. And you certainly do not need to prove your worth to someone who has already decided not to recognize it. When someone disrespects you, do this. Protect your self-control before you protect your ego. Take a breath, stay silent for a moment. Observe what happened without immediately attaching emotion to it. Then decide whether a response is actually necessary. Sometimes the strongest response is no response at all. That does not mean weakness. It means discipline. Stoicism teaches that true strength is demonstrated through self-mastery. Anyone can shout. Anyone can insult. Anyone can retaliate. But remaining calm when someone disrespects you requires control. And once you understand this, you stop asking, how can I get revenge? You start asking, how can I remain in control? That question changes everything. When someone disrespects you, your first challenge is not the other person. Your first challenge is your own reaction. This is where Stoicism becomes practical. A disrespectful person may expect you to become emotional. They may want an argument. They may want you to explain yourself repeatedly. They may want to see you lose your temper because it gives them a feeling of power. Do not give them that power. When someone disrespects you, do this. Slow down your response. You do not have to answer immediately. Silence gives you something anger takes away. Perspective. Before responding, ask yourself 3 questions. Is this person worth my energy? Is this situation actually important? Will my response improve the situation or simply create another argument? These questions represent the practical side of Stoicism. Not every insult deserves an answer. Not every criticism deserves a defense. Not every disrespectful person deserves access to your emotions. Sometimes you should simply walk away. Sometimes you should calmly establish a boundary. And sometimes you should respond with a few controlled words and then end the conversation. For example, if someone speaks to you disrespectfully, you do not need to insult them back. You can simply say, I'm willing to have a conversation, but not in this way. Then stop. No shouting, no long explanation, no desperate attempt to prove your point. That is Stoicism in action. You are communicating that you have standards without allowing anger to control your behavior. Remember this, a boundary is not revenge. A boundary says, you are free to behave as you choose, but you are not entitled to unlimited access to me. This is especially important when dealing with people who repeatedly disrespect you. One mistake may deserve understanding. One emotional outburst may deserve patience. But repeated disrespect is information. Stoicism does not tell you to tolerate everything. It teaches you to respond intelligently rather than impulsively. If someone repeatedly insults you, undermines you, humiliates you, or deliberately provokes you, you do not have to keep standing in the same place and hoping they will change. You can create distance. You can reduce communication. You can leave the environment. You can stop seeking their approval. And most importantly, you can stop explaining your worth. Because here is a powerful Stoic principle. Your value does not increase when someone praises you, and your value does not decrease when someone insults you. Think about that carefully. If 10 people call you successful, you are still the same person. If one person calls you a failure, you are still the same person. Other people's opinions can describe what they think about you, but they do not automatically define who you are. That is why Stoicism places so much importance on character. Ask yourself, did I act with integrity? Did I remain disciplined? Did I speak truthfully? Did I control my emotions? Did I treat people fairly? If the answer is yes, then someone else's disrespect does not need to destroy your peace. And if you made a mistake, accept it, correct it, learn from it, move forward. Do not allow pride to prevent you from becoming better. When someone disrespects you, do this. Respond from your principles, not from your wounded ego. The goal is not to defeat the disrespectful person. The goal is to remain undefeated by your own emotions. Because the moment you can stay calm while someone tries to provoke you, you have already taken back your power. And sometimes the most powerful answer is not a clever comeback, it is your composure. There is a point where Stoicism asks you to do something that your ego may strongly resist. Walk away. Not because you are weak, not because you have nothing to say, not because the other person is right, but because you understand that your peace is more valuable than winning an argument. When someone disrespects you, your ego may demand the final word. You may want to prove that you are smarter, stronger, more successful, or more important. You may replay the conversation in your head for hours, imagining what you should have said. But Stoicism teaches you to recognize the hidden cost of this behavior. The argument may have ended 5 minutes ago, but if you continue thinking about it all day, the other person is still controlling your mind. That is why when someone disrespects you, do this. Take your attention back. Do not carry their words everywhere you go. Do not allow one person's behavior to ruin your entire day. Do not repeatedly revisit the insult. Do not create imaginary arguments in your head. Let it end. This does not mean pretending that disrespect never happened. It means refusing to give it more importance than it deserves. The Stoic understands that life is too short to spend it seeking validation from people who do not respect you. There will always be someone who misunderstands you, someone who dislikes you, someone who envies you, someone who criticizes you, someone who believes they are better than you. You cannot control all of that, but you can control whether you allow their opinions to occupy your mind. Stoicism teaches you to return your attention to what is within your control: your character, your decisions, your actions, your discipline, your goals, your response, your peace. That is where your energy belongs. And sometimes, walking away is the ultimate demonstration of self-respect. You do not need to announce that you are walking away. You do not need to threaten them. You do not need to make a dramatic exit. You simply stop participating. You become less available to unnecessary conflict. You stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You stop chasing people who repeatedly disrespect you. You stop trying to win approval from people whose approval does not improve your life. This is not arrogance. This is emotional discipline. But there is one final lesson. Do not let someone's disrespect turn you into a disrespectful person. If they are cruel, remain principled. If they are dishonest, remain honest. If they are angry, remain composed. If they try to provoke you, remain disciplined. Because Stoicism is not about controlling other people. It is about controlling yourself. The strongest person in the room is not necessarily the loudest person. It is often the person who can remain calm when everyone else is losing control. So the next time someone disrespects you, remember, do not react emotionally. Separate their behavior from your character. Set a boundary when necessary. Walk away when the situation is no longer worthy of your energy. And then continue your life. Because your greatest victory is not making the disrespectful person regret what they did. Your greatest victory is reaching a point where their behavior can no longer disturb your inner peace. That is the real power of Stoicism. You cannot control how people treat you, but you can control what their treatment turns you into. Choose discipline. Choose dignity. Choose silence when silence is wiser. Choose boundaries when boundaries are necessary. And above all, choose yourself. Because when someone disrespects you, the most powerful thing you can do is remain the person you respect when you look in the mirror.